By the way, I have all these boxes here because I have an order to fulfill. A corporate firm contacted me that they need 90 pieces of scarves for their ladies at work. So I'll be packing this scarves, and then I'll be telling you guys the journey so far. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tare and I run my growing business from the comfort of my home. I have learned a lot in this past 5 years running this business, and I'm here to share what I have learned in case you want to start your own business. And by the way, the name of my business is called Ladies and Scarves, where I sell exquisite scarves and ladies item, but the core of my business is scarves. So I want to share what I have learned throughout this 5 years, or this past 5 years, in running this business from my home. So stay with me guys. My business started in 2018. When I moved back to Accra, Ghana, it was a journey. When I came back to Ghana, I did not anticipate that I would earn a living from running this scarf business. I just thought it was just something small. It was something to just just in passing time, because I came back here, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but then I knew that I wasn't going to apply for corporate jobs and things like that. So the first thing I did was I was already teaching social media for business here, so I continued with it. I then started hosting physical classes. It was fun, it was nice, but the core of my being, I love doing business. In as much as teaching social media for business was fulfilling, I was really enjoying that phase of my life. I love business because I was born in the family of entrepreneurs. My dad is an entrepreneur, my mom an entrepreneur. So it was just something I knew I had to go for. But the scarf business back then, it was just a hobby, just to pass by and just put coins in my pocket. But when COVID-19 came, the world just felt like it has gone to a halt. Okay, yeah. So I usually, if they want it as a gift item, I usually pack it in my boxes. So this is the box, and hold on. So I'll be taking the scarf from here and putting in the box while I share this amazing journey with you guys. So in 2019, COVID hit, yeah, and it just felt like if you're doing business or you're earning money, you're committing a crime, or you are not passionate enough, just you're insensitive, right? So that was how it felt at that time. Well, there was one day, myself and a brother in church, I call him Uncle Tony, we were talking, and he was like, this COVID-19, people are still doing photo shoots, Otare, and I've not seen you posting for a while. And I said, since everybody say people are dying, and I don't think it's a good time for me to be talking about business or posting to make money. He said, people are doing photo shoot, people are bored, people want excitement in their life, post your items. And I said, okay, I'll take the advice. And then I kept on posting on social media. I'll come to using social media for business, but let me continue with the story. So I kept on posting on social media, and voila, the business just kicked off. I got my very first big order. So I got this order from a bride. She wanted souvenirs for her guests, but she did not want the traditional books and jotter or pen and key holders. She said she wanted scarves for her female guests, and there were 100, and it just felt like, what? Someone wants 100 pieces of scarves? So I felt like, wow, this is amazing. So I told her that I don't have that much scarves at the moment. However, she can pre-order the scarves, and she said, I have a box under this table, so I'll be putting the scarf on the inside the box. So I was elated. I was like, okay, if you can pre-order them, you'll get them at this time. And she was like, okay, I'll pre-order. My wedding is next year after all. I said, okay, thank you. So that was how I got my first big order. I didn't even have money to pre-order the scarves because I just came from Lagos. I was squatting with my elder sister and her husband. So I didn't have money anywhere anyways, and my social media for business, I wasn't charging so much because the place I was using was it was high end. I wanted to give my students back then the best experience, and I just wanted them to feel very comfortable, which I'm so glad it paid off. I'm so glad that paid off. So then my sister was also working corporate. Now she quit her job and she's a full-time entrepreneur. I'll leave her business somewhere here so you check it out. So she said, we don't have money, but what can we do? So she went to her work, and then there's this cooperative she was part of, and she said she's going to take the loan for me, that she trusts me so much that I'm a doer. If I say I want to do something, I do it. I was like, okay, someone is trusting me so much. So she withdrew the money, and I want to say thank you, Greta. She's been the best sister anyone can ask for. So that was how she withdrew the money, and she gave it to me, and then I placed the order. And then I think I placed order for maybe 150. So when it came, I packed the 100 for the lady, and guess what? I was still posting. Literally within 24 hours, the 50 pieces got sold out. Hey! And I was like, how do I cope? People kept on asking, they wanted scarves, and then I knew that I was in the right business, and then I thank God I listened to him to continue with the scarf. So this brings me to the first point. Sometimes the business might seem like it is not what everybody wants, or it is not making sense. But if God asks you to do it, go ahead with it. I tell people this thing all the time, but if God asks me to sell sand, I will sell it. I will learn how to sell that sand, and people will buy, and I'll make money from it, because the grace over me is different, and I always want to learn about new things and how to do what someone else hasn't done before. So yeah, back to my scarf business. Okay, so apparently, where was I? Okay, so the 50 got sold out within 24 hours, and then I started digging deep how to keep clients anticipated if you're using social media for business. Mind you, I was already teaching people how to use social media for business. So this is me facing like a real life challenge, right? So I said, okay, what should I do? So I started making people anticipate. So I started posting reviews on my page. Oh, I sell the best scarves. My scarf is different from what you buy in the market. And truly, I made my research before I started importing scarves. And my scarves, I made sure that in terms of quality, in terms of texture, it is totally different from what you would buy in the market. So I started making like quotes, I started talking about scarf, I started posting how to use scarves and things like that. So people started anticipating, oh, do you have, I want to buy? And I said, then I started releasing dates for new arrivals. So I let people anticipate. I'll be like, new arrivals is coming, maybe 3 weeks, maybe 1 month, and then I keep talking about scarf. So basically, if you're starting a new business, let people anticipate. There's what we call pre-launch. So learn how to pre-launch a product, and so that when the product comes in, people buy, right? So that was how I learned that as well on the field, in as much as I was teaching people how to use social media for business. So this time around I was practicing it firsthand, not just what I've read or what I've seen, right? Okay, so that was how the next batch, I think I brought in maybe 100 pieces of scarves. And mind you, where my elder sister was staying back then was quite far from town. So when I brought the next batch, I think it was about maybe 100 or 200 pieces. I told her that because of delivery fee, I want to go somewhere on the Spintex Road and stay in a hotel for maybe 2 days. And I'm quite sure that these scarves will get sold out and I'll be back home. And she was like, this is another new method. And I said, yes. So the hotel had good lighting, and I created content there. So I was there for 2 days, and then the day I posted the date for the new arrivals, trust me, it got sold out again. And I was like, this is a gold mine. So one superpower of my business is people tend to underestimate the scarf business. So if you're thinking of going into scarf business, forget about what people have to say. Forget about if they'll be looking at you like, what kind of business is this? Who uses scarf? Forget about that. Go into your scarf business. So it got sold out, and then I spent the remaining day in the hotel, and then I went back home. I told my sister, I said, scarf is sold out too. So what happened was, it was easier for the delivery company to pick up from me at the hotel, and it would be cheaper for the customers too. And then some people, I was just starting out, I think as at this time it was 2020 or so, after COVID ban has been lifted, after the lockdown has been lifted. So it was easier for people to say, oh, no, I can't pay I can't pay on delivery. I want to come and pick up. And I said, okay, I'm at this hotel. Come pick up your items. So people were coming to pick up at the reception. It was just nice. And then when I got sold out, I went home. And I started thinking, how do I upscale? Because this is a gold mine. But that's still the problem I'm facing till today. Like upscaling your business and getting financial partners to partner with you. Yes, I have few financial partners, but I really, really wish that more what's it called? Um, what's this money called? I don't know why it's not coming to my head, but I'll put it somewhere. They also look at people that are in the retail business and not just agro entrepreneurs or people that are producing things. They also look at the retail business, especially women in the fashion retail business. There's money in it. It's a gold mine, right? So yeah, if you go to bank and want to ask for a loan, the collateral, the interest rate is not so favorable. So yeah, so basically that's how I made like my first big break from selling scarves, and it has been so beautiful so far, so good. I've gotten a lot of corporate organization, banks telling me to supply scarves for International Women's Day and things like that, and it has been very, very beautiful. So I just want to point out a few things that have stood out for me in running this business over the years. Number one, put God first. I know it's like a cliche, but literally put God first. God will give you an idea. It is now left for you to learn about it, to think of strategies and how to implement, right? To listen to God, talk to Him. He will definitely walk with you and tell you what to do. Number two, always show up. Always show up for your business. Be proud of your business. When I mean show up is, if you have content to create, it might not be perfect. Create that content for your business. Nobody's going to do it for you like you would do it, right? Create that content for your business. Show up for your business. Nobody's going to teach you. No matter how you get someone to tell you, oh, I want to teach you how to use social media for business. If you do not do it in practical, it is never ever going to work. Number three, your source. Now I import my scarves from China. I tried Turkey once. Maybe it was the supplier that I got. I did not like the quality of the scarf. It was very, very expensive, almost times 10 the amount I buy from China. So always make research and get a good source for in any business you're doing. If it's a product-based business, if it's a service-based business, if it's an importation business, get a good source. Now, what do I mean by good source? If you're importing, make sure you keep researching. Make sure you go you have sleepless nights looking for the right source or the best source. Looking for the right source is very, very important. Number one, is going to help you stand shoulder to shoulder with your competitors. Is going to also help you with your pricing. Now, the scarf I sell is totally different from what you get in Accra. Very, very different in terms of quality, in terms of designs, right? That's why people keep coming back to say, no, this girl, we don't know where she's getting a scarf from, but it is gorgeous, right? So your source is important. If you want to import, learn, spend money. See, spend money. If you want to go to China, fine. If you have the capital to do that, fine. But I don't think you necessarily have to go to China yourself to import these items. So if you have a lot of money, that's good, right? Online, YouTube, Instagram, Alibaba, AliExpress, 1688, Taobao. Look for good source. Look for a good source and import your items. Because the same item you're importing for $2, another person might be importing it for $10, and then you see the person selling an item that go for $10 and you selling the same item you go for $2. You see, there's a difference. So always make sure that, yes, quality has to stand out, but make sure your source is perfect. Now, the next I want to say is invest in your content creation gadget. From your phone to your lights to everything to props, invest in that, especially if you want to run a business online. Invest in that. For me, people have approached me to ask me, oh, are you not going to have a shop? No, I was traumatized growing up with the idea of owning a shop. My mom used to own a shop and I just hated the fact that she would make me sit in that shop involuntarily. Like you sit there, you have to sell, you have to do bookkeeping, you have to do all of that. I just told myself, no, life has to be easy, and I like to go through the easy route, right? So I don't think owning a shop would do it for me. I really want to explore e-commerce. I know e-commerce is still gradually growing here in this part of the world, Ghana to be precise, but I just want to explore and see where it takes me. Renting a shop, to me, I just feel like I'll be stuck. Number two, the overhead cost for having a shop, the, what's it called again, the rent, a lot of things, yes. Maybe a warehouse where people pick up from, but a shop, a traditional shop where I must wait for you to come in and buy. No, I want to be in your faces. That's what I'm using social media to get to my customers. Another part of this business that is very crucial, and I think for any business actually, this is very crucial. Knowing your knowing your target audience is very, very important. I have mentioned this in one of my videos where I talked about how to start your scarf business or something. I said this, and this is not me throwing shade or me being, I don't know, this is just very honest. When I started the scarf business, I actually thought my primary target audience were going to be Muslim ladies, but it wasn't working for me, right? I knew my target audience were not Muslim ladies, but I thought they were. I don't know if it makes sense. So because I knew that, no, my target audience are not hijabis, right? Because how do I market this content? How do I create content? I don't know much about the community. I started researching, and then I went back to the people that have been buying from me. I went back to my books, and then I saw that, the people that have been buying from me are classy corporate ladies. Because whenever I make delivery, I started taking note of the places I do delivery to. EcoBank head office, CalBank head office, APSA head office. And I was like, okay, these women are the top women. So I have to start bringing items to suit these ladies. So knowing your target audience, oh my God, it's going to save your business. It's going to help you in even doing content. It's going to help you in marketing. Like, that is the core of your business. It's like the spine. Knowing your target audience, knowing who you want to serve. Trust me, it's going to help you. Even with your pricing, with everything, it's just going to help you. So when I finished with that particular research and I said, now I know who I want to serve, everything also changed. My content changed, the way I talk changed, the way I carry myself changed, everything changed. And trust me, this item, this 90 pieces, I'm currently creating and packing, is for a corporate firm. And today, she made the call today. She said she wanted 90 pieces, and we confirmed the order, and then I have to deliver tomorrow. So you see, knowing your target audience is very, very important. Another thing I want to mention again is ads, social media ads. Now, there are different ways to run ads. There are different ways to put your face in front of people. But the one that has worked for me is using myself, coming out to talk to people, using myself as a model, telling people about scarves, letting you know how passionate I am about scarves, letting you know I'm the best person you can come to when it comes to scarf here in Ghana. Has really, really helped my business in terms of trusting, in terms of people ordering, in terms of everything. Actually, it has overall helped my business. So yes, advertising, back to that, you have to have a budget. If it's quarterly, on how much you want to spend on advertising, because I do a lot of this content myself. Excuse me. Because I do a lot of this content myself, I really do not spend so much. Like I do not have like a huge budget for advertising, because I don't know, my content just travels far. Yeah. But if you're someone that you don't want to do the kind of content that I do, be ready to have a budget for advertising so that your product will be in the face of the people you want it to be. Okay. I think I've said a lot. This is a 90 cm Italian silk scarf. It is beautiful. They're all very gorgeous. And lastly, which I have said a gazillion times, learn basic bookkeeping and pricing for your business. If you want to run an online business, successful online business, learn basic bookkeeping and advertising. It is going to help your business in the long run. Yeah, so I'm super grateful for starting this business, my business called Ladies and Scarves. It has been the source of my major income. And in 2025, hmm, I have said this to just very few close people. I am going all in with Ladies and Scarves 100% because Ladies and Scarf has been funding like 70% of my lifestyle, and I do not have a cheap lifestyle. Yeah, it has been funding that. And living in where like this part of Accra, rent, utility, hangouts, little trips here and there. It just made me realize that I want to give Ladies and Scarf my business my 100% coming 2025. And I know I'm going to have new financial partners that will see my goal and vision to take this business to the next level, because that's like the huge stumbling block right now. I have people that want to buy things. I keep telling them sold out, sold out, sold out. It's kind of heartbreaking when you're leaving money on the table. So yes, 2025. Let me just say here, I'm quitting my day job. I'm taking like a sit back on consulting. If at all I'm going to have clients for consulting, it's just going to be 10% of my time. Ladies and Scarf is going to have 100%. Yeah, so I'm giving this scarf business my all my best because it has been one of the best decisions of my life and I do not regret it. What I do regret though is not giving it my full attention from the beginning. I was thinking, oh, let me do this other business, let me do that other business. But knowing what I know now in running the scarf business, I want to give it my full attention, and then hopefully I'll be able to leave a business for my children and their children, and they wouldn't have to start from nothing like I started. Okay, so I've been talking too much. So name is Tare, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.